Hello and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. In this episode, we're going to attempt to sort out our loan situation. As you can see, we've taken out the maximum amount of loans, and it's a little restricting when it comes to when we want to build big projects, because we can't just give ourselves some of that money. So this episode, we're going to work on paying off at least some of this. I did let it run up a bit, so we do have about $1 million. So we'll repay some now, but we'll use the rest of this to hopefully make us more money. And now the first thing I think we're going to do is get a few more trucks running on this this food run here, because currently this train station is not getting enough food to fill up an entire train, this entire train here. If we take a look at our finances graph, you can see it's dipped off the past few years. So what we want to do is just minimize that as much as possible, and the best way to do that is to simply ship more grain to the processing plant. Hopefully we can get this train back up and running at full capacity. If we take a look at our passenger train, we're starting to get a large amount of people waiting at each of these stations. If we take a look here, this train's currently half full. If we look at the finances graph, our income is slowly rising as passengers continue to want to move between these three towns. And over here, this bus stop has a ton of people waiting. So I think we'll also add a few more passenger horse buses there. Now those lines are set. It'll take a bit for those horses to get over here, but they'll get there soon. Now's a good chance to pay off another chunk of our debt. I want to pay off the loan before we start getting used to having a lot of money, because as we can see, every period we're taking off about $100,000 in loan interest. So if we can pay off our loan and get that down to zero, that'll help us a lot more with money. So now coming back to this tool line, I want to take a look here at the sawmill. And it looks like all of the planks are getting shipped out. And it even seems like some of these might leave without getting a full load. Like this one here might only pick up 4. Oh, no, it got 5. But I don't want that to become the bottleneck on this line. So what we're going to do is first we'll replace all of these, so that should help significantly, and then we'll add just a few more, 3 more onto there. So that should help with getting the logs out of here and just creating more planks that can go to tools. Although we have more than enough waiting here. So now that some time has passed, let's take a quick look, see if we can find our train that we put in last episode. And now we can see it's carrying full passengers pretty much to every station, and every station has loads of people waiting. So it might be worth it to add another car to this train. We have the money, and it'll be able to use it to its full capacity. So I think when it comes back around, back on this line and towards the depot, we'll send it in and add a new car to it. So now that's in the depot. We can come in here and edit it. And we can add another passenger car to it. I think... No, we shouldn't add two. We'll just add one for now. And we'll send that back out on its way. And now hopefully I'll be able to pick up go back to being at full capacity. And we'll pay off a little bit more. We've almost paid off about 2 million of our loans. There we go. And it seems like our whole network is running pretty smoothly. If we take a look at our line manager, there's not really any line that's doing particularly bad. Some of these are, but that's just because they're infrequent or just on a weird route where it might not calculate it correctly. So now I think we're gonna try to attempt to do one of the more advanced production lines, and we're gonna start making machines. So here's a steel mill. This produces steel that we need for this, and we have an iron ore mine here and a coal mine here, which is what this requires. And they're very close to each other, so this takes a lot of iron and coal, so that'll be really good for us. And then the only other thing we need to do is find out where to get planks from. And I think the best thing for us to do is to take them from here, this sawmill. So first, I don't want all this traffic to conflict with this road, so we're going to build a new road that comes out this way and connects into Toledo, probably on this street, so that we can run a road that comes all the way over here to the machines factory. And there we go. There, that road's built up now. And then we need to do the road from Toledo over to somewhere over here. There we go. That's all connected up. There's this hill here that was pretty rough to build through, but now I believe everything's all connected up with roads, and we just have to place the stations down and connect them up. Now we set up the two lines going to the steel mill. Here's all those. We're using the new trucks that we just unlocked. They're diesel trucks, so now they have a lot more horsepower. So hills like this, and even this hill here, shouldn't be much of a problem anymore. One thing we might want to do, because this is going to get very busy, is upgrade this station here, because there is going to be a lot of trucks coming through here. We'll do that so we have one platform for each resource. We'll switch the terminals so that all the ore comes in on the right side, and then the steel should come in on this left side here. Now we just got to set up a route that'll take the steel Now only have to take it right up the road to there. It looks like it's coming in through the right way. There we go. And now we gotta get the wood all the way over here. So we're gonna continue to use this sawmill. And we should definitely upgrade this station too. So I had to set this up pretty weird. So hopefully this won't get all weirdly backed up or anything like that. Because we'll bring in the wood. Yeah, let's bring in the wood all the way on the right side. Then we'll leave the planks as these two closest to the road. Another little truck station there. And I believe 6 should be good. There we go, we got that line set up. So now we just gotta set up the big line that goes all the way over here, all the way over to the machine factory. And this one's going to be tough because it's going to take quite a few trucks to get a consistent intake going over there. Luckily, we've collected a good amount of money. And I think if we start out with 25, actually let's go up to 30. If we start with 30 trucks, that might not be too bad. And there we go. So now all of these trucks are flooding out. And we just got to make sure everything's coming in on the right platform. Which I want all the planks on the left and all the wood on the right. So there we go. That looks about right. And that's going to take a while for them to cycle through. That might cause issues, but we will see what happens. Yeah, that's going to be an issue, but that's spacing them out pretty evenly on the line. Maybe we can try to configure this better with another road of street access, and then just connect up a small road here. So that sort of fast tracks these trucks here, and then anything else can just come out right here and not have to wait for all of these to go through. It looks like most of our trucks are finally getting through here, and that has really caused a mess of this. Luckily we have more than enough tools where hopefully we can recover by the time we get those shipped out. But anyway, the last thing that we need to do then is ship these machines somewhere. And that will go right into Knoxville. So all that's left to do is to put an unload stop right here where all the machines are needed. And then set up a line. There we go. Let's give this a few minutes to see if this will sort itself out. If there's things that need more or less input. We might need to send more wood in here, but we will see how that goes. So it doesn't seem like we have any trucks on the return trip yet, which is a little disappointing. because that means we probably need more trucks on this line. But yeah, we'll let that sit for a bit, see how that goes. We can pay off a good chunk of our loan again. And let's check back up on our passenger train. You can see it's running at almost full capacity, which is great to see. If we take a look at its finances, it's almost doubling its expenses, which is also really great. So we have tons of people waiting at these stations, and I think sometime in the near future we might add a second train to this line here. These lines over here seem to be doing pretty well. They're shipping out tools. If you look at our line manager, everything seems to be doing well except for all the stuff we just added, but those don't have any goods on them yet. If we sort this, we can see. So yeah, our tool train and our passenger train are definitely making us the most money at the moment. They're both making us almost $1 million. And so as time continues to advance and we start to get more money, it'll definitely become more viable for us to use trains, especially over long distances. Because this distance from the sawmill to the machine factory could definitely just be a train line. But that would be far too expensive for us to do right now, as we'd probably have to build a tunnel, make like a $2 million train, and it would still take a long time for it to go back and forth. But we have unlocked pretty good trucks, and that's all that really matters. Uh-oh. We might have an issue here. Someone is dropping off tools to go all the way over here, which is definitely what we don't want. So we're gonna have to take a look at this. And we don't want it to load anything at the tool factory. Because right now what the game sees is that we have a route that somehow connects to Knoxville, which also needs tools. So it's taking tools from here, taking them from the return trip to the sawmill, and then it's putting them on the platform so that these trucks here can take these tools all the way over to the machine factory and then transfer that to the trucks that are going into Knoxville. Which, it's pretty efficient to do that because these trucks then make money going back and forth, but that's not exactly what we want, since we want to ship planks on this line and not tools. So we might have to wait for that to sort of take its course and go through. But these should not be carrying tools back with them anymore. Yeah, just looking at these, they should not be bringing tools back. And in just that short period of time, we've already made about 2 million. So now if we look over here, we can see that we are making a few machines. We are gonna have to monitor this, see what resources we need to ship more of, which resources we need to ship less of. But that'll take a while until everything sort of evens itself out. Because if we come here, it looks like we're making more than enough steel, and we need a lot more planks. So maybe it might not be too bad to use this sawmill over here, or maybe find one that's a little bit closer, which there seems to be none of, but we'll look into that. However, that's going to be all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.